enthusiasts, how you doing? I hope you've all had a great day, great week, whatever it is. Thanks for tuning back in. This is part 6 of the classic mini workshop radius arm replacement. As you know, what started out as a very simple job, pair of rear radius arm pins, ream them, new pins, just because I had a little bit of playing, reported on the last MOT, turned into something far more major. We've had the subframe out, hill boards replaced, rear of the sills replaced. I'm really pleased to say part 6, this is the bit where we finish all the cutting and grinding yeah, all the metal work basically, so the car's sealed back up again. So I'm having real OCD issues because the place is just a complete mess. The car's absolutely covered in dust. Even though Vinny's undercover, Vinny's covered in dust as well because it just all gets up underneath. And yeah, it's just my lovely, nice new workshop, and I'd like to keep it all clean, but there's dust everywhere. So once we get it back on all 4 wheels, I'm going to push both cars back outside and be giving the workshop a thorough clean. So in a moment we'll get into part 6 update, and I'm just starting part 7 actually. Thanks to all the new subscribers, there's been quite a few recently. We're not far off 2,000 now, and I need to pull my finger out. There'll be a big giveaway at 2,000. Need to work out what we're going to do. If you're not subscribed and you're watching this, please hit the subscribe button. I have lots of mini content, some interesting stuff. Go and check out the kit build. If you get 5 minutes, there's lots of videos over there. And yeah, if you are subscribed, thanks for subscribing. Cheers guys, have a great week. Don't actually need to weld along the top here because that's going to be spot welded from inside, but I think I'm going to do it anyway just for added strength. Let's see if I can get the spot welder in the right box in place. Very neat little bit of weld that. A little bit more up here. Bit more CAD templating. So this is the old bit that was cut out the seal. Never throw anything away until the job's done, because that's quite handy for working out where the flute was, and I can use it along with the CAD template to make sure I get the cut right, or at least nearly right. Right, so this side's ready to be closed back up now. So I've got my section of seal made up, with a slightly bigger gap than I would have liked, but that's CAD design for you. And I've got the slinger bracket in this side, and I always get asked, how do you weld the subframe mounting bracket in? Well, that's just straight through there, so easy if you've got the outer seal off. Well, sorry guys, I've just looked back through my footage, thought I'd filmed more. I hadn't, so I must have got a bit carried away. Anyway, hill board's all done and welded up now. Everything's in primer. And the outer seal's back on as well, so you can see there's the weld join along there, steps up there, and then, let me grab the light. You can obviously see the spot welds where it joins this rear quarter. Luckily it didn't burn any of the paint. A couple of people pointed out actually there are some slight rust bubbles down the bottom here. I know about them, job for another day. So I've just got to finish a couple of little bits of welding inside now, and then it's cleaning up the back end. So we'll clean it all up. There's some like under seal on the back, I've got to clean that off, seam seal it all, and then get it ready for paint. Well guys, just done those bits on the inside. I think that is it. The welder is going back to bed, hopefully not to come out again for a long time. Yeah, so nice, all the welding's done. I've got to say, these bottles, apart from the press problem I had with the regulator, I've pretty much done all that welding on that little bottle there. I don't know how long continuous welding I've had my finger on the trigger. I reckon it's probably 45 minutes to an hour though. I've done a lot of welding with that, so I am well impressed with that. I definitely would have gone through 3 or 4 bottles with the original sort of little mini mig bottles. So what I found really as well, make sure you don't use gases, don't have this regulator on full blast. I turn it on, I back it off till there's a nice steady flow, and you can sort of just hear it hissing. So you want just enough to give you shielding around the tip, but not so much that you're wasting it. But yeah, definitely really, that's worked out to be good value, I think. I don't know how much is left in there. Could do with a regulator with sort of an in and out pressure gauge on it, but they're quite expensive. Managed to get away with just sealing up that regulator. I could probably do with getting a new one. But yeah, thumbs up for those bottles. That's pretty good, that is. I'm impressed. Just to show you what I've done inside. In fact, before I show you, actually, this is soul destroying. The car is so covered in dust and dirt, it's unbelievable. I get OCD about this sort of thing. I've tried keeping it clean as I go. I had the covers to cover it over all the time, but it just don't work. And the worst thing is, inside it is a right royal mess. Dust absolutely everywhere. Problem is you can't just shut the door. Well, you can just shut the doors, but it doesn't stop the dust getting in because of, you know, the big holes have been cutting out of it. So inside the rear bins, so all the time I've been grinding and cutting, that's been making a right mess. So the bits I had to do inside, so the heel board was seam welded along the top there, but when I took the old heel board out, it split this floor base a little bit, so it's not that tidy actually, but it's inside the car. Not going to see that. I'm happy with that. Inside the door bin, again, it's not pretty, but it does the job. Just spot welded through the back there, even though that's seam welded. Managed to get the, can't remember what that's called, whether it's a closing panel, inner seal closing panel or something like that, back in. And as you can see, you can see the weld penetration from inside there, and patch on the inner seal. Again, it's not super pretty, but it doesn't matter, it's going to get covered up. This is all horrible anyway, just because it's covered in dust and old wax oil. Oh, and the other thing I forgot to mention, yeah, there's a wiring loom I cut through. Great, so I'm going to need to redo that. So next job, if you were wondering, I'm just going to put a skimmer filler across this weld line here. I won't bother with the other ones, but just this one here where it's sort of visible from the outside of the car, just to keep it neat and tidy. I don't like putting filler on because almost like you're covering stuff up, but what I am covering up is solid, so ain't too fussed.